the Phillies are one win away from the World Series. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Hot Stove Media to recap in last night's fourth game in the National League Championship Series between the Phillies and the San Diego Padres as the Phillies defeat the Padres by a final score of 10-6 and they overcome a 4-0 deficit and come back and win this ball game. This has to be one of the most exciting games in Phillies postseason history. I mean, this was just truly incredible. And I guess before getting into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please strike the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. We have Zach Wheeler on the mound here this afternoon as the Padres are down 3-1. So I got to be feeling pretty good. Of course, it ain't over till it's over. But we are in a really good position because 85% of the teams in Major League Baseball history to have a 3-1 lead in the championship series, both the National and American League, have gone on to advance to the World Series. And you're going to go back and take a look at 2 years ago. The Atlanta Braves had a 3-1 lead over the Los Angeles Dodgers and ended up blowing that lead to get eliminated. But hopefully that does not happen here. I don't think it will, but anything can happen. It ain't over till it's over. I mean, certainly we're going to be excited. Only one win away. Only one win away. But it's still, we still have to try not to get overly excited, but how could you not get too excited about this? This is just truly incredible. The way this team has played here in the postseason has just been like lights out, unbelievable. They just gotten so hot at the perfect time possible, it's not even like believable. It feels like I'm just in a dream watching this team. It doesn't even seem real. It honestly doesn't even seem real. The Phillies in the playoffs. The Phillies in the playoffs, and the Phillies one win away from advancing to what is it? The World Series. The World Series. What in the world is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? As we pick up the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning, Manny Machado homers on a fly ball to left field, and I thought that ball was just going to be a lazy fly ball that maybe, probably would have died, pretty close to the warning track, but I thought it was going to be tracked down out there, but Kyle Schwarber ends up going out of the park, and the Padres lead him 1-0, so luckily that was only a solo shot for Machado, his fourth here in the postseason, and it's 1-0 San Diego here in the first, so they were just going all over Bailey Falter. All over him. Might I add that Bailey Falter had 2 outs there before the Manny Machado solo home run. That's just like, oh my gosh. You couldn't just gotten the final out right there. Even after the Manny Machado home run, even if he would have gotten out of it then, it still would have, minimized the damage, but the Padres would not be done as Brandon Drury doubles on a sharp line drive to center field. Josh Bell and Jake Koningsworth come around and score, and it's now 3-0 Padres. So the Padres now take a commanding 3-0 lead here in the first inning. So now all 3 runs have all come with 2 outs. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Hyun-Soo Kim singles on a line drive to left field. Brandon Drury crosses the plate, and it's now 4-0 San Diego. So the Padres put up a 4 spot in the top of the first inning. Not only did they put up a 4 spot in the top of the first inning, but they do it all with 2 outs. So the Padres with a 2-out rally take the 4-0 lead. So Bailey Falter, oh my. It's hard to get too upset at this guy. He's not a starter. He's just not. He's a middle reliever. He give you 3 to 4 innings. Max. For the most part. Occasionally you see him go about maybe 5 innings max in the regular season. But he's just not really that guy. He's just not. And he did go through that little stretch there. When Zach Wheeler was hurt, and he really stepped up in a big way. But it is what it is. Of course, he was booed pretty badly when he was taken out of the game by Rob Thompson in the first inning. Now we pick it up here in the bottom of the first inning. I just love it because the crowd was just totally out of the ballgame. We were down 4-0, and the Phillies answer back in a big way as Rhys Hoskins homers on a fly ball to left center field. A 2-run shot. Also scores Kyle Schwarber. Hoskins had a big night last night. His 3rd home run here in the postseason. Of course, his last home run came in San Diego, the final game when we lost 8-5. And the Phillies now cut that lead in half of the Padres, now 4-2 ball game. So let's go, Rhys Hoskins. So he had a really big night last night for the Phillies. Certainly one of the key reasons to why we won this game, driving in 4. So he would not be done later in the ball game. We pick it up here in the same inning. Bryce Harper also had a good night last night. He's had a wonderful postseason. He has just been on fire as he doubles on a line drive to right center field, and it scores JT Realmuto as he speeds home. Harper's 5th double here in the postseason. Now a 4-3 ball game. So this is a 1-run game. A 1 2-run game. Still nobody out. There is nobody out. And Bob Melvin takes out Mike Levinger. I mean, what an absolute disaster he was. He was absolutely horrible. And then he brings in Nick Martinez. Nick Castellanos advances Harper to third. Bryce Harper at third. 1 out. Album at the plate. Swings at a pitch that bounces in front of the plate. And then Bryson Stott, goes down looking at strike 3. So the Phillies are unsuccessful to get Bryce Harper home. They had him at third with 1 out, and they couldn't do it. So a lack of fundamentals right there, which was very, very frustrating, and over the next few innings, Nick Martinez would just absolutely mow us down. You're thinking, like, if we just could have executed simple fundamentals and just hit a fly ball anywhere in the outfield to score Bryce Harper. Of course, it had to be deep enough, but this team seemingly is just not capable of really, doing the fundamentals. And boom! I mean, that was the name of his game when he first came up. Fundamental baseball. We just haven't seen it in a while. For whatever reason. Why don't we pick it up here in the bottom of the 4th inning? Bryson Stott singles on a line drive the other way to left field. A huge clutch hit right there as Nick Castellanos comes around and scores. And then Bryson Stott trying to move up to second. Great throw from Jerickson Profar out there in left field. And Bryson Stott is tagged out at second. But the run does come around and score. And the Phillies now tie it at 4th. We pick it up here in the top of the 5th inning. This was just a backbreaker in this game. At least I thought it was at this point. I was so proud of this offense. We're able to finally tie it. Like it's a brand new ball game. We blew a 4-0 lead the other day in San Diego. We end up losing the game, and now the Padres just blew a 4-0 lead. Something like, let's go. That's going to be a huge spot for the Padres. Then we pick it up here in the top of the 5th inning. Juan Soto, homers on a line drive to right field. A 2-run blast. Also scores Jerickson Profar. Soto's first home run here in the postseason. His last home run since he was a member of the Washington Nationals in the 2019 World Series. We all remember that. And the Padres now lead 6-4. So that was frustrating. And we all know what kind of hitter Juan Soto is. And we all know what kind of hitter Juan Soto is at Citizens Bank Park. He rakes. We just knew it was a matter of time. I'm really not that surprised. He absolutely rakes the Citizens Bank Park. Honestly, I think he has been a little underwhelming in this series. I'll be honest. I don't want to sound testy. You know what I mean? I don't want to challenge Juan Soto. I can tell you that. He's not a guy I'd want to challenge too much. But certainly he's still been, a little underwhelming in this postseason. Now we pick it up here in the bottom of the 5th inning, man. I just love how this team is answering back in such a big way. I just love it. We were just not going down without a fight. We just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And John Smoltz, all he talked about was how good the Padres bullpen was. Well, we had to score these runs off of somebody. Right? As Rhys Hoskins homers on a fly ball to left center field. Another big 2-run blast. Also scores Schwarbs. Hoskins for the postseason, second of the night. And the Phillies now tied at 6. Just like that. So I just love off of Sean Manaea, of course, the former Oakland A, now reunited with his former manager, Bob Melvin. Rhys Hoskins had a wonderful night last night. Hopefully this is a game changer for him. Hopefully, maybe this can make him, play better on the defensive side because, if you're going well at the plate, if you're feeling confident, it could kind of help all sides of the game. You know what I'm saying? It could help you, on all sides of the game. So have a night, Rhys Hoskins. So we pick it up here in the same inning. Bryce Harper delivers the first lead of the night for the Phillies as he doubles on a line drive to center field. JT Mucho speeds home and scores. And it's now 7-6 Phillies. So the first lead of the night for the Phillies. Harper's 6th double of the season, second of the night. So 7-6 Philadelphia. That is what I'm talking about. Fight. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Nick Castellanos actually had a pretty good night last night, I'll be honest. As he singles on a ground ball to center field, hits off of the second base bag. Jake Cronenworth cannot handle it. Bryce Harper scores, and it's now 8-6 Philadelphia. So the crowd was just going absolutely wild. And we pick it up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kyle Schwarber absolutely unloaded. This is a Schwarber bomb. As he homers on a fly ball to center field, goes over the brick wall. This ball was clobbered. Third home run of the postseason, 9-6 Phillies. Now a 3-1 lead for this team. So you're still, feeling better and better. Then we get another one here in the bottom of the 7th as JT Realmuto unloads on a hanging breaking ball to left field. And pretty much no doubter. You rarely ever see JT Realmuto show any emotion. He knew that was gone. Second here in the postseason, a solo shot, 10-6 Philadelphia. Just incredible. Just truly incredible. The Padres only scored 2 runs after that first inning. That's an example for them if you're a Padres fan. They barely scored any more. Just this 2-run shot from Soto. That was it. That's all they got after that, that top of the first inning. So the Padres now face a very overwhelming 3-1 deficit from the Phils. As I said, it ain't over till it's over. This is not over. but it's extremely unlikely for them to come back, I'd say, in my opinion. I mean, I just don't see that happening. Kyle Schwarber out of the leadoff spot, 2 knocks last night. One of them being the solo blast to center field that was absolutely destroyed. He also draws a walk last night as well. He has really been heating up here in the postseason. Now, 3 home runs. Wonderful job last night out of short. Scores 3 of the Phils, 10 runs. And Rhys Hoskins, 2 knocks last night, did 2 two-run home runs, 4 RBIs. The Phillies has the immediate player of the game. I mean, this guy was incredible last night. I mean, so many guys stepped out last night in such a big way. It's hard to really single out one guy, but Rhys Hoskins, pretty much the deciding factor. I mean, 4 RBIs. He's a huge reason as to why we won this game. JT Mitchell, it was a big one. The solo home run to left field and the hanging breaking ball to get the Phillies a 10-6 lead. So a nice 4-run cushion for this team at that point. Bryce Harper had to clean out spot, hits 2 RBI doubles. I love his celebrations at second base, how he keeps going like this. I mean, he's just such a fiery guy, and I just feel so happy we're not wasting his talent. It just feels weird to be saying that. I mean, this team has just done a total 180. You know what I mean? And they almost missed the playoffs. They almost collapsed at the end and almost missed the playoffs, and they didn't. And look how far they are going. Most likely, they have an 85% chance to advance on the World Series. They just got to win 1 of the next 3. I mean, we do not want to have that series to go back to San Diego. We'll talk about that a little bit more at the end. And Nick Castellanos, 2 knocks last night. Of course, one of them being that RBI single that hits off of the bag. Tell you, I mean, he stepped it up here the past couple nights. I'll be honest. I love to see it. I mean, I don't want to see this guy fail. Even though I'm not the biggest Nick Castellanos fan, I love to see this guy succeed. He certainly stepped up in a big way. And Albert Bohm, unfortunately, goes hitless last night as he strikes out 3 times. He has not had a good postseason at all. He's been very disappointing. As I said, Bryce Harper at third, 1 out in the bottom of the first. He swings at a pitch. It literally bounced in front of the plate. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. It bounced in front of the plate, and he swung at it. Bryson Stott gets a start at short and delivers game-time RBI singles. Of course, he was thrown out at second trying to stretch that into a double to tie the game at 4 at that point. And Gene Segura also collects a knock last night as well. Brandon Marsh, who is certainly due. He is certainly due. And unfortunately, he went hitless last night as well. The Phillies collect 11 hits on 10 runs, walk 3 times, and strike out 8 times. The Phillies offense, the reason why they won, we knew last night was going to be a high-scoring game. I didn't think it was going to be a 10-6 final score, but I thought it was going to be around 7-5 or something like that. But it ends up being a 10-6 Phillies win. It fell through 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, all 4 were earned, 1 walk. He didn't strike out anybody either. He was awful. He was absolutely terrible. He's pitching in a big game. Unfortunately, he just fell apart. It kind of just had a snowball effect. I had the Machado home run and the Brandon Drury 2 RBI double. And then, of course, Connor Brogdon came in and pitched 2 1/3, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. He did pretty well. Mitchell Blighty 1, 2, 3, top of the 4th inning. He was really, really good striking out too. And Brad Hand, an inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, all 2 were earned, 1 walk. Of course, he allows a 2-run shot to Soto. He's just not been the same the last few months. He is not. He was one of the best relievers for the Phils pretty much all season long. And when it came down to the last month and a half, he was just not good. Clearly, he's still battling something. So you have to be a little bit understanding of that. And Noah Syndergaard, inning and a third, 2 hits. I don't understand why we're using him so little. This guy. He's a starter. Noah Syndergaard is a starter. Rob Thompson, he allows a little infield single and then he takes him out of the game. It's just, I do feel like there's still a sense of overmanaging there in that bullpen. I'll be honest, David Robertson comes in, inning and 2/3, 1 hit, and he strikes out 3. So he really was good last night. His stuff pretty much just looked untouchable. And Zach Eflin comes in there in the top of the 9th, a 1-2-3, top of the 9th inning, and the Phillies are 1 win away. 1 win away from the World Series, the Fall Classic, first time since 2009. So the most likely opponent in the World Series, the Houston Astros, a team that we've seen in the World Series for a lot over the last few years. Right? In 2017 when they won against the Dodgers, in 2019 when they lost to the Nationals, in 2021 when they lost to the Atlanta Braves last year. So hopefully they play in the World Series like they played against the Nationals and Braves. Especially against the Braves this year. They did not play good in that World Series at all. This is going to be hard because the Astros have gone undefeated in the postseason so far. They lead 3 over the Yankees. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, check out the social media. Link description section at Phillies Social Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Social Media. Card text 267-225-392. Email me PhilliesSocialMedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke and I'll talk to you later. Jarvis 2-1 with a 2.84 ERA going against Zach Lear 1-1 with a 1.40 ERA. You can't allow the series to go back to San Diego. Finish the job today. It's so important. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke and I'll talk to you. Let's go Phils.